What's up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of The Opinion. And let's talk about this 2024 rookie quarterback class and which quarterback I believe, when it's all said and done, we're going to look back on this class, 5 or 6 years from now, because that's really when you need to kind of look back at a quarterback class to really see, or I'd say about 4 years, 4 or 5 years, not 5 or 6, but about 4. But then 4 or 5 years, you can look back at any quarterback class, and then you can really evaluate which guy was the guy that ended up being the best of the rest, as well. And so obviously, this is a deep quarterback class, one of the deepest that we've seen in a while. And the reason I say deep, because I think there's going to be several good players that's going to have great careers from this particular quarterback class. But the guy that I think that is going to have the best career, and when we look back 4 or 5 years from now, we're going to say this is the guy that is the best of the rest. And it ain't Caleb Williams. So I know you all thought I was probably going to say Caleb Williams. I know most of you all would say Caleb Williams, but I'm going to tell you why you're wrong. And I'm going to tell you why I believe is going to be Michael Penix Jr. Like I said, I know we've got, Bo Nix looks like he's going to start over in Denver. J.J. McCarthy got hurt, unfortunately, with the Minnesota Vikings. You got Jalen Daniels in Washington. You got Drake May with the New England Patriots. You got Spencer Rattler, kind of as a dark horse candidate down there in New Orleans. Looks like he's going to start off as a backup to I'm forgetting the guy's name as well. I guess that quarterback's probably not that good at New Orleans if I'm forgetting his name. Carr. He's going to start off as a backup to Carr. But the reason why I think Michael Penix is going to be, first of all, the reason why I think when we look back 4 or 5 years from now, why Michael Penix is going to be the best quarterback in this draft is because, for one, he actually gets to sit behind a veteran. He gets to sit behind a veteran. He gets to learn. He gets to learn the game. He gets to learn how to prepare for the game. He gets to learn how to take care of his body. He gets to learn from Kirk Cousins. And there's probably, no better quarterback to learn from, a quarterback that's, an aging player that's probably on his way out. So if things go the way they're supposed to, Kirk Cousins probably start, for 1, maybe 2 years with the Atlanta Falcons. He's more of the transitional piece for the Atlanta Falcons. And then it will be Michael Penix time as well. And by the time Michael Penix is ready to play, the Atlanta Falcons should be a whole lot better of a team than they are now. And I think the Falcons are an organization, are a franchise that is getting better. And so I think all of those things set Michael Penix up to be the best quarterback out of this draft. When you look at someone like Caleb Williams, although I believe Caleb Williams will have a good career, I believe Caleb Williams will have a good career. Will he have that good career in Chicago? It remains to be seen. A lot of people are excited. A lot of people think Caleb Williams is the guy that is going to break the curse, and maybe he does. I mean, it seems like Chicago has a lot of different weapons, but Chicago needs Caleb Williams to start now. And, we know that Chicago is not, they have not been a very good team or franchise, for years as well. So Chicago needs Caleb Williams to start now. So when it comes to that veteran player, who is the veteran player that Caleb Williams is going to learn from? Even if when you start looking at backups on his team, I believe the guy Bajent was a rookie last year. So Caleb Williams isn't going to learn how to prepare, how to protect his body, how to take care of his body from a guy like him. So Caleb Williams really going to kind of have to learn this thing on the fly. And I think Caleb Williams will learn some things, but I think there's going to be some things that Michael Penix learns that obviously Caleb Williams is not going to learn. And Caleb Williams is going to have to learn some of these things the hard way as well. And then at the end of the day, I think the Falcons are positioned to get better a lot sooner than someone like the Bears as well, despite what they have, because we know at the end of the day, it still is the Bears. And at the end of the day, I don't think the Bears have the offensive line right now to protect Caleb Williams. Now, they have the players on the outside. A lot of people are predicting that the Bears are going to do all this and all that, but I just don't see it. A lot of that dancing that you saw Caleb Williams doing and getting away from things, he was going against backup defensive linemen. That's not going to happen when the starters come out and when the defense gets real. The defense was very vanilla, and that's just one end of it. Another end of it, when you look at Caleb Williams' college career, what championships did Caleb Williams ever win in college? I mean, he was coached by Lincoln Riley, 1 year at Oklahoma, 2 years at USC. He did win a Heisman, but what individual team or what team awards did he win? didn't win a conference championship, never made an appearance in the college football playoff. Did make one appearance in a conference championship, but got beat out by Utah. Played against Tulane in the bowl game and lost that. Barely limped into the bowl game last year, and then he didn't even stick around for the bowl game. But when you look at someone like Michael Penix, all he's done is win. Michael Penix he's elevated every team that he's played for. When he was with Indiana was a little bit better than what they should have been because of a guy like Michael Penix. Then he goes out to Washington and obviously elevates that program. Beats Oregon twice when nobody thought, except for me, nobody thought that Washington was going to beat Oregon. Michael Penix did it. He got him into the playoffs. They didn't think Washington was going to beat Texas. He did it again. So Michael Penix has shown that he's been able to win no matter where he goes, along with the talent. And then when he went head to head with Caleb Williams, he won that too as well. So I think winning along with talent is the reason why we're going to look back. And like I said, winning trumps everything in the NFL, by the way. That's why Brady's considered to be the greatest, over guys such as like Peyton Manning and Dan Marino's and Aaron Rodgers and so forth and so on, because he's won, and winning trumps everything. And so at the end of the day, I believe that Michael Penix, when we look back 4 or 5 years from now, like I said, you're not going to see it early because Michael Penix is not going to start if things go the way that they should go in Atlanta. But when you look back 4 or 5 years from now, Michael Penix over Caleb Williams, he will be the quarterback of this particular 2024 draft class that will be the best. Now, I think Caleb Williams will have a nice career. I think Bo Nix will have a nice career. I think J.J. McCarthy has a chance to do something. Jalen Daniels, we will see, because like I said, you never know what you're going to get from Washington. And then we will see what Drake May does in New England. Obviously, they have a new coaching staff up there. But at the end of the day, you can book it. I believe that Michael Penix will have the better career over Caleb Williams. So leave your comments down below. Which quarterback do you feel like in this 2024 rookie class, when you fast forward 4 to 5 years in the future and you start looking back, which quarterback do you believe will ultimately have the best career from this rookie class? Is it Caleb Williams? Is it Drake May? Is it someone that I haven't even mentioned? Leave your comments down below. And other than that, I'm out.